Hi! So today I'm going to be doing the scone recipe that everybody keeps asking me for. These are an American recipe, and I quite like American recipes because they use cups, which means you don't have to use the weighing scale, which we like. This one you can add whatever you like. There's always a bit of a fierce debate here because is it cherry or is it cheese? Cheese scones are good, and they're even better the next day toasted. You could obviously not put anything in, just have plain scones. You could do raisins, you could do all sorts. Today, I'm doing the cherry because the guys really want some. Right, so it is 3 of plain flour, so that's a full cup. This makes about 8, maybe a few more, depending on the size. So that's 3 flour. 1/3 of sugar. Now I still tend to only use brown sugar rather than really refined sugar. That can go in. You've got 2 tablespoons of baking powder. I know it sounds like a lot, but by golly they arise. 2 of those. Salt, obviously, enhance the flavour. And then we've got 1/3 of melted butter. Well, actually, let me put the cherries in first. That's just a pack of cherries. I'm not going to weigh them out, just however many you want to put in. Give that a very, very basic quick mix. Put it all in. 1/3 of butter, and then it's just a whole carton, which is 284 ml of buttermilk. Pour all that in. So obviously, hold on. You'll have to go around. I'm recording. I'm recording. It's fine. Just go in there. It's fine. Literally, I mean, you should be able to see this. Just bring it very quickly all together. If you're doing the cheese or savoury ones, obviously don't put the sugar in. Cheese-wise, how much would you put in? I don't know. Block like that. And save some for the top, because it's nothing nicer than the crusty top. Right, for me that's just about done. Now then, this does get a little bit messy. Just don't mess with it too much. Right, you can cut them up into the little pastry cutter, little twiddly round bits. Again, I think you waste an awful lot, and I just haven't got time. So I'm going to just do rounds like that. And as you can see, I haven't really kneaded it or anything like that because I think it makes them a bit tough. You could bake one big round, but then you end up with scones that are like that. It's ridiculous. Right, squash them down. I don't know. What's that about? 8 ml? 4 ml? I don't know. It's about 8 ml. I could put egg on the top, but I think it's a bit of a waste to put you waste an egg for that. So what I'm actually going to do is use a bit of milk. Bit of milk. Like that. Don't put it around the outside because it stops them from rising. Just put it on the top. And some more sugar. Yeah. You off. See you later. Right, now then, the oven has been on. I've got it on Circotherm. It's on 200. You need to have a really hot oven. The universal tray, which I'll get out in a minute and I'll show you, that needs to be hot, and I mean hot. So as soon as these scones hit the tray, they start rising and cooking underneath. Otherwise they won't cook properly underneath and it gets a bit like that. You don't want that. Ooh. So this universal tray, because it's metal, is very hot. And how many have we got out of that? 16. Like I say, you can make the bigger ones, but they do end up fairly big. And then people get, especially here, the customers, they don't want to tackle anything that huge. There we go. And they'll probably take 12 to 15 minutes at 200. So in there you go. So it's been about 12 minutes, 13 minutes, and I think the little beauties are ready. There you go. Just do check underneath. So they should be hot, golden, and also cooked underneath. And there you go. Cheese scone, well, cherry scones today actually, not cheese. With lashings of butter. Yay. Done.